Hi, and a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the championship of the losers bracket in the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series. Glad you're joining us here from Snowden Grove Park in South Haven, Mississippi. I'm Ted Rutan, glad to bring you this action. The LEEDS green machine is on the field. Pitching is Sam LEEDS. Leading off for JPRD West Bank is the center fielder Gavin Richard, and he takes a ball to start this game off. JPRD got to the finals of the winners bracket, was defeated 4-3 by the Walker County Miners. They are awaiting the winner of this contest. Sam LEEDS puts one across to make the count 1-1 strike. Nash Jones is behind the plate, the catcher for LEEDS Green Machine. They are coached by Ross Nelson, assisted by Wayne LEEDS and Brandon Howard. Swing and a miss. 1-2 strikes on Gavin Richard. We'll get the defense set for you in just a moment. The 1-2 outside. Evens the count at 2-2 strikes. Here's the delivery from LEEDS. This ball is ripped into left field, and that is over the head of the left fielder, Tamari Davis. Richard going to second. They're going to bring him on to third. Here's a play at third, and the ball is over the head of the third baseman. A stand-up triple to lead off the game by Gavin Richard. Richard turned on that 2-2 fastball. It was about letter high, and he let it fly over the head of Tamari Davis in left field. This will bring up the shortstop for JPRD, Ahmad Owens. First pitch is high and away, ball one. LEEDS from the stretch with Richard on third. This ball is lined into left field base hit. It's 1-0. JPRD West Bank on top early. They've got their hitting shoes on today, folks. Now batting will be the second baseman, number 8, Kincaid Hinyap. LEEDS sets, Owens runs, Jones throw down, not in time. Runner on second, nobody out. 1-0. Jefferson Parish Recreational Department West Bank on top. Big crowd on hand for this game to advance to the championship game. One factor that is certainly worth noting is that is outside corner, strike one. 1-1. LEEDS Green Machine had to play 3 games yesterday. They were defeated 11-1 by JPRD yesterday morning. Or excuse me, yeah, yesterday morning. Then JPRD was defeated by Walker County 4-3. LEEDS in turn had to go play at 11:30. They defeated Pell City. runner goes and throw down and is not in time. Owen slides in safely at third. And then Leeds had to come back and play our final game last evening, and they defeated Grenada Rec 11-10 in a nail biter. Bases loaded. Leeds are able to hang on in that last inning. Ball 4 upstairs. We have now first and third, nobody out. And this will bring up their cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Denny Trosclair. Lawler from the stretch. Runner goes. Ball in the dirt. We are now at second and third. Outside. 2-0 to Trosclair. JPRD threatening here in the first. The ball is popped up in the infield. Ty Bedell is underneath it for the first out of the ball game. Big out there for Sam Lawler and Leeds as the first three runners reach base. Triple, single, and walk. Now stepping into the batter's box, number 17, the third baseman, Nathan Billiot. One ball, no strikes to Billiot. Lawler kicks and delivers. Upstairs, 2-0. Darren Piglia, the manager for JPRD, coaching third base, basically said to Billiot, make sure it's a good pitch. You don't have to chase him. And he looks at a ball 3. 3-0 the count on Billiot. First base is open. And that's outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Upstairs, ball 4. Bases are loaded now. This will bring up today's starting pitcher for JPRD, Anthony Reynolds. And we have a conference on the mound. That is Brandon Howard going out to talk to Sam Lawler. The umpires for today's ball game: behind the plate, Connor Lindsay; at first base, Daniel Davis; at second base, Willie Rice; and at third base, Willie Jefferson. I must tell you folks, I think the umpiring has been outstanding throughout this Dizzy Dean World Series. Compliments to those gentlemen. Okay, bases loaded. Lawler delivers, first pitch swinging, and stepping on third is Casey Williams for the second out. Coming across the plate is Ahmad Owens with the second run. So on the fielder's choice, Billiot goes to second. Reynolds is on at first. 2 outs. This brings up the left fielder, Jude Tingstrom. First and second. Outfield shading over toward right field. And he rips a single to right field. They will send the runner. Throw goes to the second baseman, and he's going to throw over to third. A 2-out RBI single by Jude Tingstrom makes it 3-0. Reynolds goes to third. Billiot scores. That is the third hit of the inning for JPRD. 3 hits, 2 walks. So right now we're at first and third, and coming to the plate is today's starting catcher, number 15, Jackson Purdue. Outfield shifts over toward left, certainly in center field. Will Thomas is way toward the left field side. The ball's hit to left center. A base hit. Thomas is going to throw to third. The throw comes in. Tingstrom is safe. Close play. He didn't slide. That made the play very close, but he does get in there. So another 2-out RBI first pitch single by Jackson Purdue makes it 4-0. JPRD has battled around here to first. Luke Flood, the right fielder, steps in with runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. Strike one. We have a runner for the catcher as Purdue singled and advanced to second on the throw to third. I believe that's Austin Amadio running out there. Change up upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and a strike to Luke Flood. Amadio running for the catcher is on second. Tingstrom on third. Ball downstairs. 3-1 the count now. First base is open. On deck is the leadoff hitter, center fielder Gavin Richard. Here's the 3-1 upstairs. Bases are loaded. Richard, who led off the game with a triple over the head of left fielder Tabari Davis. Davis is back deep in left field this time. Center fielder Thomas shading over toward left. And ball is somewhat lobbed in there from Lawler. High, ball 1. The outfield is deep. Tabari Davis in left, Will Thomas in center, and even Gavin Howard in right field is deep. That ball is hit out to center field and going back, and this is over the head of center fielder Will Thomas. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores, 3 runs scores, and for the second time in the inning, Gavin Richard rips a triple. This time it clears the bases. I have seen a lot of baseball, folks. I don't remember seeing the leadoff hitter have 2 triples in the first inning. Ball upstairs to Ahmad Owens. Score now is 7-0 JPRD, and we are going to have a pitching change. We'll take a short break. Be back with more of the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series from South Haven, Mississippi. The Dizzy Dean World Series would like to thank Champion T-Shirts, the national sponsor of the Dizzy Dean World Series. Design your shirts online, gochampion.net. Baden Sports Equipment, the coaches and players' choice for 30 years, and those players love those Axe bats. David Sunflower Seeds. Every player here in the Dizzy Dean World Series received a bag of David Sunflower Seeds. Good stuff. Diamond Baseballs, the official baseball of the Dizzy Dean World Series. Protect Youth Sports. They provide premier background checks on coaches, umpires. Don't put your organization at risk. And Rawlings Sporting Goods, the mark of a pro. Rawlings provided helmets to the top 4 teams in this Dizzy Dean World Series. The new pitcher is Tabari Davis. First pitch swinging is Owens. Going across the diamond is Bedell for the out. One pitch from Davis ends the inning, but it was a big one. 7 runs cross the plate for JPRD. They have 7. LEEDS Green Machine coming to bat. Leading off for the LEEDS Green Machine, number 5, Tabari Davis. Tabari started in left field, came on to pitch, threw one pitch to finish off that first inning. He lifts one to right field to start things off. Going back and making a fine play in right field is Luke Flood. The pitcher for JPRD, Anthony Reynolds. Behind the plate is Jackson Purdue. 1 up, 1 gone here in the first. This will bring up LEEDS catcher Nash Jones. Reynolds winds. This one is popped in the air. Going back is the shortstop. Coming in is the center fielder, Gavin Richard. 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the first. Now batting the shortstop, number 16, Connor Nelson. First pitch swing, grounder to the short, and Owens couldn't come up with that one. So Nelson on at first, 2 outs. Ty Bedell, the batter, looks at a ball outside. We'll set the defense for JPRD. In the outfield from left to right, Jude Tingstrom in left, Gavin Richard in center, and Luke Flood in right. They have already been tested as Flood made a fine grab going back in right field. Richard made a nice grab coming in toward the infield. 2 outs. Nelson on first. This ball is popped up, out of play. Two balls and a strike to Ty Bedell. Ty started at second base. When they made the pitching change, he moved over to third. Runner goes, and he will slide in safely. Bedell now has a good hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside for ball 4. So what could have been a 4-pitch inning has now stretched out a little bit. The center fielder for Leeds, Will Thomas, is now batting. First pitch swing, foul, back out of play. No balls and a strike. The infield for JPRD, Nathan Billiot at third, Ahmad Owens at short, Kincaid Hinyap at second, Denny Trosclair is at first. And of course we already mentioned Jackson Purdue behind the plate. And our starting pitcher, Anthony Reynolds. Ball is upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Nelson's going to go to third. They throw over there. He is safe. The blade steal. So now it's first and third with a 1-1 count on Will Thomas. Reynolds from the stretch, outside, 2-1. Runner goes, ball is fouled, out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Bottom of the first inning. Leeds trying to get on the board as they gave up 7 in the top of the first. Trying to answer with something of their own offensively here in the bottom of the frame. Reynolds from the stretch, runner goes again. This ball is lined to the second baseman, but right there to make the play is Kincaid Hinya. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left. At the end of 1 complete, JPRD 7, Leeds Green Machine, nothing. We'd certainly like to thank Sadler Insurance, providing the sports and recreation insurance for the Dizzy Dean World Series. Shutt Sports, baseball's best fitting helmet for juniors, massive performance, Shutt Sports. And Steelberry, the patch supplier of the Dizzy Dean World Series, creating memories for these boys and their families. Leading off things here in the top of the second is the second baseman, Kincaid Hinyup. Just made a nice play on that sharply hit line drive from Thomas to end the first inning. That ball is ripped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. He's taken a couple of pretty good swings, but way out in front of the offerings from Tabari Davis. We'll reset the Leeds Green Machine defense now. When they made that pitching change, Tabari Davis came in from left field, so he is now on the mound. No balls, 2 strikes. Make it 1-2. Nash Jones remains behind the plate. The outfield, Gavin Howard moved from right to left. Will Thomas remains in center, and Casey Williams moved from third base to right field. Ty Bedell went from second to third. Connor Nelson still at short. Sam Lawler moved to second base. That one is fouled away. Count remains 1-2. Grayson Ford is at first. Ross Nelson, the manager for the Leeds Green Machine, assisted by Wayne Lawler and Brandon Howard. And the coaching staff for JPRD, Darren Piglia, assisted by Jeremy Colligan and Tommy Tingstrom. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Jones, but he'll throw down to first for the out. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second. So now batting is Denny Trosclair. Denny popped up in first inning, just missed it, got under it for a big league pop-up. That went extremely high. And another one bounces before the plate. Two balls and no strikes to Trosclair. 1 out here in the top of the second. Strike call on the outside corner. Outfield is rather deep, and perhaps with good reason. Trosclair has shown an ability to hit the ball a long way. This one is off the pitcher's glove. Connor Nelson gets the ricochet over to first for the out. That'll be scored 1-6-3. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second. Nathan Billiot. Flying drive, base hit. That one gets by the left fielder, Gavin Howard, so Billiot will gladly trot into second base. A single and advancing on the air on the left fielder. This will bring up the pitcher, Anthony Reynolds. And he lines one into left. They will send Billiot home. The throw coming to the plate and not in time. It gets away from Jones, and Reynolds will stay right there at second base. So a single and the error allowed Billiot to get to second. Reynolds promptly wraps an RBI single and moves up to second on the throw home. It's now 8-0. And the batter is Jude Tingstrom, who singled sharply to right field his first time up. That one goes to the backstop. Reynolds trots over to third. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tingstrom. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Tingstrom. Fastball just off the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Davis hits the foot of Tingstrom. He will take first base. Removing the shin guards is the catcher, Jackson Purdue. He singled and knocked in a run in the first, then scored later on the triple from Richard. Tingstrom goes, no throw, strike 1 the call. Chopper foul, third base side. We won't charge Willie Jefferson with an error there. He was shielded by the runner. Willie, the umpire down there at third base. He's done a nice job this week. No balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Purdue. Tabari Davis sets and delivers outside. Nash Jones, nice job stopping that one that was in the dirt. One ball, 2 strikes. Davis delivers. Ripped foul, right field side. Good shot of it there from our right field camera. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. Tingstrom at second. Reynolds at third. Swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed pitch. JPRD does add 1. They go to the bottom of the second, leading 8-0. The 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series brought to you in part by Wilson Sporting Goods. Wilson has provided these bats from the Louisville Slugger Company to all the champions here at the Dizzy Dean World Series. Also, the game, they provided these wonderful baseball caps to the top 4 teams at the Dizzy Dean World Series. And Awards of Excellence had some fine plaques for the Sportsmanship Awards, the All-Tournament Team, and the Most Valuable Player. Thank you to all of the fine sponsors here at the Dizzy Dean World Series. LEEDS Green Machine ready to come to bat. And they've got some shout-outs. The team's Mimi, Martha Ports. Thank you for all you do for our boys. And to all the parents at home watching, Lantis, Jeff Jones, Jeff Thomas, Walter, Michelle Ford, Michelle Byers, Louie and Dot Ojeda in Loxley, Alabama. Sam's mama and Yaya. Sammy and Davis Tabaris. Tabari's grandfather in Birmingham. Sorry. Sometimes reading other people's writing, I get confused. First pitch from Reynolds upstairs, ball 1 to Casey Williams. And also a shout out to all the grandparents who braved the rain early in the week. The Dukes, Harris, Ford. Hey, shout out to all the people watching from the LEEDS Green Machine organization. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Fastball got by Williams there, but a good healthy cut. Two balls and a strike. Reynolds has this one fouled away. That ball tracked down by a fan from Baton Rouge. Two balls and 2 strikes to Williams. The windup and delivery upstairs, running the count full. Ball 4, low and away. Second walk issued here by Reynolds. This one leads off the bottom of the second. Now batting the first baseman, number 35, Grayson Ford, and he looks at strike 1. Reynolds sets. Ball up and in. Grayson had to duck out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 at the outside corner. One and 2 the count. They throw over to first. Williams dives back in safely. 2-2 pitch. Outside, runs the count full. Well, the first inning, Leeds swung at the first pitch, the second pitch, and the first pitch. This inning, they're starting off by looking at a lot of pitches. Second consecutive full count. Swing and a miss. This will bring up Gavin Howard. Reynolds delivers outside, ball one. Ball high, 2-0. What a perfect day for baseball. A gentle breeze. A touch of cloud cover. Strike called, 2-1. And comfortably warm right now. Perhaps later it might be extremely warm, but right now, perfect conditions. 2-1 delivery. Line to short, and right there to grab it was Bob Owens. 2 go. Sam Lawler steps in for the Leeds Green Machine. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there from Reynolds. Ball is popped up foul. Luke Flood could not get over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Sam Lawler. This one is lined to the second baseman for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. At the end of 2 complete, JPRD West Bank 8, Leeds Green Machine, nothing. Blood to lead things off here in the top of the third inning. JPRD leading 8-0. They put that 7 spot up in the first. Striking quickly. Tabari Davis delivery. Bunt, and Davis, nice job getting off the mound and making the play. 1 up, 1 down here at the top of the third. This will bring up the center fielder, Gavin Richard. He led the game off with a triple over the left fielder's head. Followed that up with a triple to clear the bases. Also in the first inning. The outfield is deep, and for good reason. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Strike called. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him out front on a change of speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis pitching from the stretch. The ball is grounded foul, third base side. There's the good hands of Willie Jefferson. One-two pitch. This ball's lined into right center. And he's going to go for 2. And he will pull up at second. A double. Ahmad Owens steps in. Ahmad singled in the first and grounded to the third baseman. Foul away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopped, and it's going to roll foul before they touch it. One ball, 2 strikes now, the count on Ahmad Owens. Davis sets and delivers outside in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. 8-0 the score. Gavin Richard, short lead at second after that double to the right center field gap. Inside, Owens spins out of the way. That runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. number out to the second baseman, and Owens is out at first on a close play. Lawler had to charge that one and flip it quickly to Grayson Ford for the out. So with 2 outs now, Richard moves up to third. This brings up Kincaid Hinyup. Ball downstairs, 1-0. Lined up the middle. Sharp ground ball through the box and past the shortstop Connor Nelson. That will make it 9-0 JPRD. Here comes the cleanup hitter, number 3, Denny Trosclair. Throw over to first, Hinyup back easily. Ball on the dirt, and stolen base for Kincaid Hinyup. Picked a good pitch to run on. 1 ball, no strikes to Denny Trosclair. Runner in scoring position now. Connor Nelson patting his glove behind him, and they turn, but Davis doesn't throw. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Inside. So this will bring up Nathan Billiot. First and second, 2 outs. Billiot looks at a strike. Davis sets and delivers, and this is poked into center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. They'll bring the runner around. Throw from Nelson is cut off by the pitcher, Davis. And Hinyup scores to make it 10-0 here in the top of the third. Billiot reached out for that one. And it looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter. This will be Caleb Alexis batting for Anthony Reynolds, the pitcher. First pitch swinging, slow roller to Nelson. He'll throw over to first, and in time. That will end the top of the third, but JPRD picks up a couple more. Going to the bottom of the third, they lead Leeds 10-0. Tabari Davis will lead things off here in the third inning for the Leeds Green Machine. New pitcher in the ball game is Caleb Alexis, the left-hander. Pours in strike one. From the windup, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounder up the middle. Owens can't handle this one. Not sure if he would have been able to throw him out. He was playing very deep. Davis gives the Leeds Green Machine their leadoff hitter on base. And he's running. And he steals second. The throw down to second caught him right on the helmet. Let's hope he was wearing one of the fine helmets from our sponsors, whether it be Rawlings or Shutt. 1 ball, no strikes to Nash Jones. Davis now at second base. This ball is in the air, and going back was Owens, but calling him off was the center fielder, Gavin Richard. Nice play there by Richard, and on a ball like that, folks, your center fielder is in charge out there. He's in charge of the outfield, and he can call off the infielders if he thinks he's got a shot at it. That's who you want playing that ball. 1 out. Connor Nelson looks at ball 1. The catcher, Jackson Purdue, went out just to make sure that Davis wasn't going anywhere. Ball 2.
Get about 5 seconds. Take a look.
Alexis delivers, and that one hits Nelson.
Right to plate.
Hope he's all right. Got him down by the foot. Might have got him the ankle. You can see that he's trying to flex that left foot. Let's hope he's okay. Runners on first and second, 1 out. The umpire's giving him a minute to get right down there at first base. So we're ready to get back to the baseball game right now. Ty Bedell steps in. Chance for Leeds to get going here offensively. First and second, the runner goes to third. They throw down there, and safe at third is Tabari Davis. Picked a good pitch to run on. That one bounced in to Jackson Purdue. Nelson runs from first, and they throw down to second. Cut off by the shortstop, Owens. So with a 2 ball, no strike count to Ty Bedell. Nelson at second, Davis at third. Leeds trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the third. Alexis kicks and deals downstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk to Bedell loads the bases. we're going to have a conference on the mound. While we have that, we want to give a shout out to some of the folks from JPRD's organization. Coach Darren says, Emily Piglia, we miss you. And Aunt Lori, hi to Liam and Griffin. Quincy, hi Granddad, sorry you couldn't be here, but hope you're watching. Nathan says hi to Mimi and Papa and Mama. And Papa Richie, wish you were here. Kincaid says thanks for all your support, Mumsy, Papa, Aunt Connie, Uncle Ricky, Aunt Bonnie and Chrissy, and Aunt Brooke. Bases loaded. Stepping into the box is Will Thomas, and they try to steal home, and he is safe at the plate. Leeds Green Machine gets on the board with a steal of home. So now it's 10-1. First and second, one out. One ball, no strikes to Will Thomas. Slow roller to second. They'll have to go to first. Hinyup over to Trosclair for the out. Two gone here in the bottom of the third. Runners move up to second and third. Casey Williams now batting. Alexis from the stretch. Ball upstairs. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Downstairs, 3-0. Alexis appears to have good stuff, but he's had trouble locating here in this third inning. That's his second walk along with a hit by pitch, and those 3 members of Leeds are on the bases. And we're going to probably have a pitching change as they go out for the second time, and they will bring in, looks like Luke Flood's going to go to the mound, and as he does, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with more Dizzy Dean World Series in a moment. Luke Flood is the new pitcher. He comes in from right field. Alexis trades places. Bases loaded. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. First pitch is a slow roller, and Owens tries to throw to first, not in time. An infield single for Grayson Ford makes it 10-2. Bases still loaded. Nelson scored on that roller. And an observation from my perspective up here is that many of these infielders have played so deep they can't make the play. They should perhaps shorten up where they are playing in the infield. There's a grounder to third, and he'll throw across the diamond for the out. Billion over to Trosclair will end the inning, but the Leeds Green Machine put a pair on the board. At the end of 3 complete, JPRD 10, Leeds Green Machine 2. Leading things off here in the top of the 4th inning for JPRD is the left fielder, Jude Tingstrom. Davis, first pitch is outside, ball 1. 10-2 the score. Outfield fairly deep. Thomas shading towards right for the left-handed hitting Tingstrom. Grounder to second. And this one goes through the legs of Brooks Ford, who's into the ball game now. So the leadoff hitter reaches for JPRD. Now batting is the catcher, Jackson Purdue. In the dirt, stopped by Nash Jones. We've seen Leeds out here a few times. That catcher, Nash Jones, has done an outstanding job behind the dish. 1 ball, no strikes to Purdue. Throw over to first. Tingstrom trots back in easily. Chopper, Nelson waits on it, steps on second, throws to first for the double play. Quickly, 2 outs, nobody on. So now batting, the pitcher, Luke Flood. Chop and off of Flood, so it'll be a foul ball. Grounder. And Brooks Ford makes the play here. A quick 3 up, 3 down inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 10-2, JPRD on top. Now batting for the Leeds Green Machine, number 21, Hudson Hollis. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luke Flood came on last inning. breaking ball, grounded to third. Billiot over to Trostler for the out. One up, one gone. Here in the bottom of the fourth. This brings up Tabari Davis. That pitch in the dirt, ball one. Billiot can't handle this one in between hops. So Davis reaches again. Nash Jones steps in. He is twice. Been retired on short fly balls to the center fielder, Gavin Richard. Davis moves up to second. So one out, one on here in the bottom of the fourth. Leeds looking for a rally. They trail 10-2. Grounder. Billiot makes a nice play on this one over to Trostler for the out. And Davis will move up, but a good play. Nice snag and throw from Billiot. Two gone. Now we have Connor Nelson. Looks at one in the dirt. Line to left field base hit. An RBI single for Connor. Davis comes in, scores for the second time, and it is 10-3. Ty Bedell has walked twice in this game. I'm sure he'd like to get a pitch to hit in this at bat. Looks at one upstairs. Nelson at first. He's running. Throw down to second is a good throw. Neither Hinyup or Owens was there to take the throw at the bat. A little late getting over to second, so a stolen base for Nelson. And it's a 3-ball, no strike count on Ty Bedell. He's already walked twice. Inside corner, 3-1. This ball is hit into center field. Gavin Richard is there to put it away. The Leeds Green Machine adds another at the end of 4 complete. They trail JPRD 10-3. Gavin Richard to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. JPRD leads 10-3. Here's a grounder, and that's going to go off the second baseman, Brooks Ford. Richard reaches first to start things off here in the 5th inning. Ahmad Owens steps in. Richard steals second. The ball goes to the backstop. They would not have had a play there at second anyway. One ball, no strikes to Ahmad Owens. He lays down a bunt. Mesh Jones fires to first, not in time. Owens bunts for a base hit. Richard moves up to third. Owens takes second without a throw. One ball, no strikes to the second baseman, Kincaid Hinyap. Delivery from Davis downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Upstairs, 3-0 the count on Hinyap. Richard at third, Owens at second, nobody out, top 5. Grounder in the hole, the base hit, 2 runs will score, and it's now 12-3.
Good job, guys. Good job. Base hit, 3.
Denny Trosclair swings at the first pitch. Denny wants to give shout out to Mama and Papa. Love you and good luck, Big D number 3, they say. Thanks to Prescription Pad for sponsoring the boys' shorts. He rips a single into left field, and it's booted out there in left, and all the way around the score will be Hinyap. That makes the score 13-3.
Let's go now. Thanks it.
Nathan Billiot steps in. Billiot 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Grounded to third. Bedell across the way for the out. Trosclair moves up. One gone here in the top of the 5th. This brings up Caleb Alexis. Inside. Backs out of the way. Denny Trosclair on at third base. Changeup misses outside. Grounder in the hole. Nelson. Long throw. Got him, they say. Nice play by Connor Nelson. Trosclair comes in to make it 14-3, so an RBI there for Alexis. But a fine play. We've seen some great play out there from the shortstop, Connor Nelson. Jude Tingstrom singled in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second, and reached on an error in the fourth. Line to center field and caught by Will Thomas. JPRD picks up 4 here in the top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the frame, 14-3 JPRD. Will Thomas will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Leeds Green Machine. The pitch from Luke Flood, grounder to short. Throw to first, not in time. New shortstop out there. I believe that was Quincy Brown playing short. So leadoff runner on, and they need to get at least 2 here to keep this game going. Swing and a miss by Brooks Ford. Ball upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball gets by him for the 2nd strike. 1-2 the count on Brooks Ford. Thomas at first, short lead. That one's in the dirt, blocked by Jackson Purdue. The winner of this game will take on the Walker County Miners. This ball is lifted into right center. That's going to drop for a hit. First 2 batters reach base safely for Leeds Green Machine. This will bring up the first baseman, Grayson Ford.
Touch your base on third.
He looks at the ball down low. Swing and a miss. Took a healthy cut at that high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, a ground ball to second. They'll go over to try to throw the second baseman a force out, and not in time. It was a slow roller and the shortstop wasn't even there to cover, so everybody's safe on a fielder's choice. Nobody out, bases loaded. Leeds needs 2 runs to keep this thing going. I believe that's Austin Amadio playing second base now. And stepping into the batter's box is Cal Thomas. His first time up today. And he lines one to the third baseman. He'll throw home for the first. First out of the inning. Bases remain loaded. So 14-3, 1 out here in the 5th. Swing and a miss from Hudson Hollis. Bases loaded. Pitch is low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Upstairs, 2-1. Here's the pitch from Flood. Swing and a miss. Hollis chased a high one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. The Leeds Green Machine trying to come up with a rally. Flood steps off the rubber. Will reset. The Walker County Miners are in the stands waiting to get ready for the next game of the championship game. Strike 3 swinging brings us to 2 outs here in the 5th. Bases loaded. We have Brooks Ford down there at third base. Grayson Ford at second. Cal Thomas at first. Tabari Davis is your batter. Flood sets and delivers. Line to center field. That will bring in 1 run. They will hold Grayson Ford, and they should have because a strong throw in from the center fielder, Gavin Richard. So a base hit and an RBI there for Tabari Davis makes it 14-4. And we are going to have a change in pitchers with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Denny Trosclair comes to the mound. Jude Tinkster moves to first, and Luke Flood goes out to left field. Nash Jones is the batter. 2 outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th, 14-4 is your score. Grounder to short. This could do it. They throw over to first, and that will end the ball game. Your final score: JPRD West Bank 14, Leeds Green Machine 4. That will wrap up our coverage of this game, but we are going to be back in about a half hour with our championship game. JPRD will be taking on the Walker County Miners. I'm Ted Rutan. See you in about a half hour.